And we are joined by Miss Terri Fontenot. If you were listening 2 weeks ago, Terri, you were on the show?
Yeah, yes, it was about 2 weeks.
All right, and you are in a worldwide global baking competition called The Greatest Baker, greatestbaker.com. And so let's get to know you a little bit, Terri, because there's probably some people who weren't listening last time that are like, wait, what's going on? Somebody local's in a world baking competition? So, Terri, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so my name is Terri Fontenot. I am born and raised Moss Bluff, or as I always say, I'm from the Bluff. Have been baking for a long time, and I started actually baking when my son joined the Marine Corps because I needed something to do with, of course, my mind and my time. And I taught myself to bake, and then from there, I taught wilting cake decorating classes. I taught group classes. But my whole thing is my love is teaching others to bake. Now, for a while, I was at a farmer's market in Moss Bluff. It was Terry's Treats. It was very popular. I did very well at it. But I found myself explaining to people how I made what they bought. And I finally, a lady told me, she goes, well, why don't you just teach us how to do this? And I was like, I can do that. And it just kind of went from there. So, I love to teach kids to bake. In fact, I have a class today. I have a young lady coming to my house. I have a class tomorrow. A young lady coming to my house. I had some young people here on Saturday. So, I love to share this. I call it Share the Love of Baking. And I think it's what I was meant to do.
Now, how can people follow you on social media?
So they can follow me on social media. I have a Facebook page, and you'll see it says Terri Bakes, TerriBakes, and then it has my name, Terri K. Fontenot. You can also follow me on Instagram. It's Terri Bakes, same thing.
And you have some quite scrumptious pictures on there. There's one of a chocolate cake with strawberries on it that I just want to dive headfirst into.
Right. They asked me what was my signature bake, and I would say of everything I've ever made, more people, in fact, I even had a lady today, she said, can I make a donation? She said, I know you don't bake to sell, but can I make a donation and have you bake a cake for my daughter for her birthday? You know that she wants the chocolate cake with strawberries. And absolutely. So, it's a great cake. And so I give people the option. The photo that I have, and when I bake it, I put fresh raspberries, scatter those in between the layers. So it's absolutely delicious.
It looks great. And in fact, that was the type of cake that I had for my groom's cake when I got married.
Okay, yeah, it's very popular, and like I said, this is really good. You can kind of customize it, but and again, that's about baking. I've taught many people, women and men, young girls, young men, how to make this cake, and like I tell them, I don't keep my recipe secret. I want you to do it. I want you to share it so you can learn to do it, so you can share it with someone else, because that's what it is. People say baking is a labor, and I say if it's anything, it's a labor of love. And it needs to be something that's shared from generation to generation. And that's how we keep it alive.
We're talking with Terri Fontenot. She's a Moss Bluff resident, and she is in a global baking competition, The Greatest Baker 2020. Now, how did you find out about the competition?
Well, I don't really scroll a lot on Facebook and Instagram. I sort of just put what I need to put out there. I got a message, and someone said, hey, this is going on. Did you know about it? You should apply. We think you'd be great. And I did, and I never would have. I was very surprised. About a week later, I said less than a week, probably that same week, I got an email, and it said, you've been hand-selected for this competition. So I had to go. They put me in a group, and it was about 30 people. I had to go to the top 10, and I was first in that. And then that went down to another group, and then I had to be first in the top 5. So I was in the top 5. So now I'm in the semifinals, and so right now I'm number 2, but I have to be number 1 in order to make it to the semifinals.
Right. It's been a fantastic journey, and we need Southwest Louisiana to come up big and vote for Terri. We're going to talk about that more in about 12 minutes, how you can help Terri get out of the quarterfinals and get into the semis. You got to place first. You're currently in second. How can people vote for you in the Greatest Baker 2020?
Okay, that's a great question. Here's what you can do. If sometimes people say they can't find it on Facebook, so you can go to greatestbaker.com. It'll say browse. Type in Terri, Terri Fontenot. My profile will come up. You'll see I've got my blowtorch there. And then you can daily vote. Now, it's free. You only need a Facebook account. You can vote once every 24 hours. Now, if you decide that you want to make a donation to No Kid Hungry, which is great, there's a button that says Hero Vote. Now, for the next 14 hours, every dollar you donate counts as 2 votes for me. So if you've donated $10 to No Kid Hungry, I would get 20 votes. Now, that is probably the easiest way. Some people can just Google that in. If not, then you can look on my Facebook page, which is Terri Bakes, and you'll see Terri Bakes, Terri K. Fontenot, or you can go to my Instagram. But, I tell people, sometimes it's just as easy to go to the website, greatestbaker.com, hit browse, type my name, and you'll go right to it.
Right, and there's some pretty cool prizes up for grabs, too.
Oh, absolutely. Now, here's the cool thing. If I win, I will get $10,000 to spend however I want. I'll get a double feature in Bake From Scratch magazine. I'll get a year's supply of stuffed puffs. These are these marshmallows that this guy invented this process, and they're really awesome. They have chocolate in the center of them. And then, of course, I'll get the title of the greatest baker. Now, if I win the $10,000, what I would like to do is kind of revamp my kitchen a little bit to make it more user-friendly for kids. Like a wall oven that they can actually look in and see the baking process, make my kitchen counter a little bit longer, get maybe a few more stools that aren't so tall. But just a few things, and because kids love to come here, they come with their moms. Their mom said, they drink Diet Coke or coffee, and then the kids do a little bake. We bake. They go home with something, and it would be a great thing. There's no place in this area to do this. I'm the only person who does this, and so I think it would be great. And obviously, Moss Bluff, I hate to have a Moss Bluff winner, so there you go.
Right on. And if people want to follow you on social media, how can they do that?
They can follow me. Again, I'm on Facebook. It's Terri Bakes. Terri K. Fontenot. Instagram is just Terri_Bakes. You can find me. I have a website. I don't really have a whole lot posted right now because, of course, there's no place to teach classes. But I do have a website. It's terribakes.com. You can opt to send me a message. It will email me, and then we can be in contact like that.
Right. And the last time we talked, we brought up, and I think this is very valid, that we definitely need Southwest Louisiana's help because there was thousands who started. You said it's down to about 256 competitors right now. And some of those are viral sensations with hundreds of thousands of followers on social media. So we really need Southwest Louisiana to come up big.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There are people that I'm competing against that have been on the Great American Baking Show, that have been Food Network winners, that live in huge cities, and have wedding cake businesses that have, tens of thousands of Instagram followers. I think I have like 590 Instagram followers. So it's not so much how many followers you have on Instagram. It's the people in the community that come out to support me. And it has been a tremendous support. I mean, I have people that are voting for me that just said, hey, I saw this. I see what you're doing for these kids, and I think it's great. And so, here's a vote, or here's $10, or here's $50, or so. Yeah, I mean, we need that. We really need Southwest Louisiana to come out and say, hey, let's get this Moss Bluff girl up there.
Most definitely. It has been awesome talking to you, Terri. Before you go, let's talk about how people can vote one last time.
Okay, so what you can do is you can go to greatestbaker.com, look on either the browser or the search, type my name, Terri K. Fontenot, and then you can free vote once every 24 hours. You can hero vote, which you'll buy votes for No Kid Hungry, and then I'll get those votes. You can also go to my website, my Facebook page. There's links. Every post I make, I have a link. I make it easy for you to vote. I make it easy for you to remember to vote, and I appreciate your votes. We need those to I got to stay in it to win it, so that's what we need.
Most definitely. Free votes are awesome, but I'm going to challenge Southwest Louisiana because you said for the next 14 hours, the hero votes, which is where you donate to No Kid Hungry, are actually doubled. So that would be awesome. Go donate to a great cause, No Child Hungry, and double your vote for Terri K. Fontenot.
That's right. Thank you so much. I appreciate that because it's a great cause. I mean, we all know that. I mean, No Kid Hungry is helping kids in our area. So, yes, absolutely. Please vote. Please vote.
Well, Terri, good luck, and I hope Southwest Louisiana shows up so we can talk to you next week. When does voting end?
Voting ends this Thursday, 10 p.m. Central Time is when I'll know. And these go down to the very last thing. I mean, this is like a nail biter because there's these people that have so many, the votes, and they're going, and the status continues to change. So, yeah, don't give up. Don't give up. We're in it to the very end, but we have until Thursday night, 10 p.m. Central Time to vote. And at 10:01, it shuts it off, and I'll know if I'm going or not.
Well, Terri, I'm going to go ahead and speak it into existence. We're going to go ahead and talk to you next week when you're in the semifinals.
Woohoo! That's awesome.
All right. Congratulations on doing such great work in the Greatest Baker 2020, and good luck, Terri.
Thank you so much, Mikey, and y'all vote, and thank you for all my supporters you have.